fucking idea that she's in both fucking lanes. Completely fucking oblivious.
Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, let me bleed as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, let me bleed. Let me
See, why? Why would you have a car? If I had a car, I'd still be in Stevenage. There's a lot of nice people around today. The people getting out of my way, letting me go. Oh, I love it. Also, some of you might have noticed I went past a police car at the roundabout. Yep. Completely legal. For those of you that think it's illegal, fuck off and read the highway code. Know your shit before you start pissing people off. Oh, the joys of filtering. See, I'm not a massive fan of filtering, I'll admit. It worries me, because I know what can happen if someone isn't looking in their mirror when they decide to change lanes, or someone's on their phone. But that's one of the reasons I filter, people being on their phone. Someone's coming up to a line of traffic, looking at their phone, don't see that the traffic stopped, you're at the back, they notice it way too late, slam their brakes on, plough into the back of you. You become the meat in a sandwich. It'd be a KTM and Ali G sandwich, and I like eating sandwiches. I am partial to a nice ham and cheese sandwich, maybe Marmite if I'm feeling adventurous. But an Ali G sandwich? No thanks. Not a massive fan. I do have certain rules to filtering that I follow, which, because filtering's a very grey area in the law, there's nothing that says it is 100% legal, but there's nothing that says it's illegal. Basically, a legal precedent was set when someone on a bike was filtering through traffic on something like the A1, 2 lanes of traffic going in the same direction. They were going up the middle, like a line of cars on either side, and someone driving decided to change lanes. They didn't look in their mirror, and this bike went straight into the side of this car. Now that went to court because no one could decide whose fault it was. The court then decided, or the judge decided, or whoever decided, it was the car driver's fault for not looking in their mirror, which sets a precedent that it's okay to filter. Obviously everything I'm saying is in the UK. I know some states in America it's very illegal. Get like reckless driving, points on your license, maybe lose your license. Big deal in some places, and some other countries where it is legal and isn't legal. I'm just talking about the UK because it's the only country I've ever ridden in. But yeah, this precedent was set that it was the car driver's fault, which basically means you're okay to filter. It's everyone else's responsibility to look in their mirrors, indicate, and look out for bikes filtering. Now, I have been on the receiving end of people seeing me in the mirror and moving over to block me, which really pisses me off. It's like, I'm not causing you any inconvenience. If anything, bikes filtering reduces traffic because you've got less vehicles sitting in the line of traffic. The line of traffic then becomes shorter. People get through it quicker. So if anything, I'm making your life easier by filtering. So I don't see why some people move into the way. I mean, at one point when I was on my old bike before I started vlogging, when I didn't have a camera or anything, I was filtering through some traffic in Hitchin, where I was a minute ago, and someone opened their door. Not to get out, they literally opened the door to stop me getting past. If I was filtering at any sort of speed, I'd have smacked into that door, the bike would be fucked, their door would be fucked, and I'd have gone through a fucking door and I'd be fucked. I had a big argument with that guy. He was a right prick. But anyway, yeah, there are certain rules I follow. And that is, if we're doing more than half the speed limit, 90% of the time I won't filter. Because I figure, half the speed limit, yeah, okay, fair enough. If we're doing the speed limit, I won't filter. It's like you see videos of people on motorways. I've just noticed how boring the visuals on this video is going to be, but sorry. Some of you might actually be interested in this subject. Thinking about it, I should have left the second camera on the bike, but I took it off when I stopped. What was I saying? Yeah, you see videos on YouTube and Facebook of two lines of traffic on a motorway doing the speed limit, and then you've got a bike flying, and I mean fucking flying through it, weaving in and out of lanes at like 100 plus mile an hour. That is illegal. One, you're speeding, and two, that is dangerous. That is fucking reckless. If someone hits you and you're doing that sort of speed, doing that, then that's your own fucking fault. If everyone is doing the speed limit, just do the fucking speed limit. What's wrong? Less than the speed limit, it's fine. But I normally stick to about 50% of the speed limit. So if we're doing less than, well, 50%-ish, but on a motorway, if we're doing 50 mile an hour, I'll filter through. Because I don't like doing less than the speed limit, because I don't know if the car behind me is concentrating, and if someone rear ends you in a car, your car gets bumped, that's pretty much it. You might get a bit of whiplash, but you'll come out pretty much fine. Now here, I'm not going to filter, because I know it gets very tight up this road because of the line of parked cars. But yeah, if someone rear ends you on a bike, that bike is flying out from under you, and you are landing on that car. Or, like I said, you get sandwiched between two cars. You're going to end up in hospital, you're going to have broken everything. Your bike's going to be a write-off, and so are the cars, probably. Roughly half the speed limit and under, I will happily filter through. But I'm constantly on the lookout for people on their phones, not looking where they're going, weaving in and out, well, weaving in their lane, because any of that shit can fuck you up. So if you're doing it, your eyes have got to be on stalks, looking at every single person, every vehicle, every wheel. But anything more than half the speed limit, I think it ain't worth it. Because people get up to a certain speed and they just assume nothing's going to be coming past them. To be honest, people aren't moving and they assume nothing's going to be coming past them. Some people are idiots. But after a certain speed, the risk outweighs the reward. And that's how I measure it. It's a cost-benefit analysis. Oh, now we're getting technical with this shit. If it's standstill traffic, no one's moving, then the benefit way outweighs the cost. The risks reduce with the speed people are doing. Fuck off, you stupid pheasant. You really don't give a shit. I think you were right, Greg. I'm being spied on by pheasants. Fuck, I know that guy. If you don't know what I'm on about by being spied on by pheasants, have a look at the video. Just stop and think about it. Came out 3 or 4 videos ago, I think. False neutral. Yeah, look at the comment. Look at Greg's comment on that video. That is an excellent conspiracy theory, Greg, I might add. It's fucking brilliant, I love it. And it's so true. But yeah, back to subject to this vlog, I got sidetracked by a pheasant. That pheasant did not give a shit. It just stood in the middle of that fucking lane going, and what? Fucking come on, dickhead. What are you going to do? Yeah, filtering. The higher the speeds, the more likely you are that someone is going to fuck up. At low speeds, you're mostly going to be fine. Another thing I try and do, well, not do, is 10 mile an hour more than what they're doing. If they're doing 30 in a 50 limit, or 30 in a 60 limit, I'll do 40. I won't bomb through it at 60. Just because the speed limit's 60 doesn't mean you should do that through traffic. So I tend to stick to about 10 miles an hour more than what they're doing. So yeah, if they're doing 20, I'll do about 30. If they're not moving, depending on how big the gap is that I'll fit through, I might do more. If they're not moving, I'll do a bit more speed, because the chances of anyone trying to change lanes is very slim if there's literally no space for them to do it. But if it's moving, about 10 mile an hour more, that's about it. And again, here, I could filter through, but I'm not going to. Because there's parked cars either side that could just decide to pull out without looking. There's a zebra crossing there. I can't quite see the junction. It ain't worth it. But I don't, like I said, I don't always filter. Like right now, I could easily filter up to the line, but I can't be bothered. You don't always have to filter. Sometimes you just want to stop and give your hands a rest, because all that fucking clutch work does hurt. I've got a very heavy clutch on my bike. You know, thinking about it, I've done a very similar video to this before. Oh shit, yeah, I did it on my WK. I think it was called Yes It's Legal, or something like that. But I think this video will actually be better because, well, the longer you do this sort of thing, the better you get at it. I'm not saying I'm brilliant, because I'm not. But yeah, I like to think I've improved as a vlogger and an editor. So yeah, fuck it, I'll upload this one. She agrees. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope this might have helped some of you. A little advice for filtering from me there. My God, how slow do you want to go? "20 mile an hour for a slight bend." My God, you're annoying. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.